good evening, or good afternoon, or grand rising, whatever time this message is finding you. I know it's been a little while since my last post, but as I say in most of my videos, God's time is always right on time. So if I'm posting this message, then God has given me the words. He's given me the inspiration and the mind to do so. Or actually, a verse just popped in my head right now. Isaiah chapter 50, verse 4. The Lord God hath given me the tongue of the learned, that I may know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. He wakeneth morning by morning. He wakeneth my ear to hear as the learned. God willing, I can continue to learn and do exactly what it is that He's asking of me. Because this world is filled with people, places, and things that want to bind you up for their own purposes. That just don't know quite how to live and let live. But Jesus says, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. 2 Corinthians 12:9. When I am weak, I am strong. And I understand now that it takes moments of weakness to make you strong. Like I explain in other videos, this life is a duality. It's an ebb and flow system. We have the light and the dark, the good and the bad, and it flows in and out. But because of this, we have hope in many things. One, for example, like I like to remind people, Romans 8:28 being my favorite Bible verse. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose. And we all have a purpose. It's not all the same purpose either. We're all from different walks of life. We have different understandings. We look different. We sound different. We act different. We are different. But we are different vibrations that make up this spectrum that as a whole glorifies God and shows how we are made in His image and their image. No matter what may be pressing against you at this time, because I know there is a lot of turmoil in the world right now. And of course, I have my own, but I can see there are many dealing with much more than I. And there are even some that, while are very obviously stretched can still emit a light to give people a little bit of hope, to put a smile on someone's face. I have the pleasure of being around many, many people to remind me of our resilience because of my job. And I can tell you, with all honesty, again, no matter what you may be facing, what may be pressing up against you, what may be discouraging you, driving you in another direction, don't worry. It's all meant for your good. I mean, it's all working together for your good. Because I know if you found this, you were meant to. And I know there's a little part in you, whether you're a believer or not, that wants to believe, that wants to have faith. And faith, quite simply put, is belief. It's a bit of an oversimplification, but essentially, faith is belief. And if anybody has any knowledge about Jesus and how he went about his miracles, all he charged his people with was faith and silence some of the time, because it wasn't his time to be known, but faith was the engine, was the heart of it all. Because Jesus knew if they had faith the size of a mustard seed, they could move mountains. He performed miracles to illustrate just that the miracles weren't done by him, but by their faith. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Exodus 14:14. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. They must believe. Diligence is a challenge, with the duality that we have presented with us. We see the ebb and the flow, we see the good and the bad, and can sometimes trick ourselves into thinking that we have to play a part in both good and bad energies, because of the fact that let me speak properly, that ebb and flow system is applied to all. as if we're supposed to be positive sometimes and negative to others. But one thing that we have is will. And that is a very powerful thing that we were given. Part of our Father, in whose image we were created. Everything's gonna work out. May not be the easiest thing, but I promise you, your time's coming. Time is coming for all that believe beyond what we see, beyond what we go through in this physical realm, to come to something much greater in spirit and in truth. Don't beat yourself up for being weak. Give yourself grace. And remember that grace is worth a lot. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9. When I first started understanding that verse, I first looked at it like, okay, so the grace of God is what saves us by our faith. So our belief in God working everything out for our betterment is what allows us to take heed of God's grace and utilize it accordingly, moving in His works, not our own. But came to mind a little differently today, understanding how grace is also a bit like charity. In the Bible, can be used to describe love. And so I believe that grace is more of a comprehensive love. For by grace are ye saved. The love of God has saved you. Because you believed. Because you believed, you were able to accept God's love and give God's love to others, spreading grace. And that very grace that you spread was given by God and is given to others as God works through you. And God can only work through you if you believe that He can. Don't worry. You have nothing to worry about. He doesn't want you to live anxious. Be anxious for nothing. I know if you found this, you were meant to. Consider dropping a like or a comment to tell me what you think about my content. If this message resonated with you. Maybe even subscribe for more messages in the future. But please, keep your mind on him. It's pretty peaceful. Isaiah 26:3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust God. Trust God. Believe in God. Believe that he can work through you to do the things that you need to do to get to where he has you destined to be. I pray nothing but blessings and love for you all. Have yourself a blessed night, day, afternoon, whatever time this is getting to you. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom, shalom.